guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and review on a new foundation from the drugstore, and it's from COVERGIRL, and it's the Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I picked this up because, to be completely honest, I don't even know the last time I used a COVERGIRL product, especially when they're with their foundations. I found that in the past a lot of them can look more on the pink side. The drugstore has been doing really good lately at coming out with better shades in their foundation selections. And when I saw these, I was like, COVERGIRL is hopping on that bandwagon, because to me, the two shades I got are 755 Soft Honey and 760 Classic Tan. And they just looked nice and warm, and this one looks more neutral, and this one's definitely a lot warmer. So I was automatically drawn to that because I'm so used to seeing more pink looking foundations at the drugstore, and I don't like pink tones in my foundation. So when I saw these at the drugstore, I was like, I need to try this right away, because like I said, I haven't used COVERGIRL products in so long. I used to use their mascara like all the time in high school and maybe at the beginning of college, but ever since then, I don't know, I'm never really drawn to a lot of COVERGIRL products, and I feel bad saying that, but it's true. But maybe this foundation will change my mind. So another thing that drew me to this foundation is that it has a pump, which is another plus side, especially when you're at the drugstore. A lot of them are either pour out or squeezy tube. A lot of them have been changing into pumps, so I'm glad that this has a pump because it's more sanitary and it just makes my life easier. And also the bottle is really nice looking. It's just a standard glass bottle, but I thought it looked nice. The only thing is this plastic cap is like really cheap. It doesn't stay on very well, but I can look past that. It doesn't really make a difference to me, but if you are like traveling or carrying it around, just be careful of that. But yeah, I'm gonna go over some of the claims the foundation has. So on the COVERGIRL website, it says, discover healthy looking skin bottled. New Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation is infused with vitamins E, B3, B5, and it also has SPF 20. And then blah, 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 blah. But it's supposed to give you a full coverage finish, but make the skin look healthy and glowy. So a lot of the times when it comes to more glowy and healthy looking foundations, they aren't normally super full coverage. Usually they're either on the lighter or medium side. So that's another thing that drew me to this, because I'm a full coverage kind of girl. So if this is going to give me full coverage and some vitamins and SPF, then I'm down for that. Actually, a lot of the times, I mean, summer's coming, so it's good to have SPF in your foundations, but if you're taking pictures, you need to be careful. I'm going to see if this foundation has any flashback too, and I'll let you know that at the end of the video. But let's get into the demo. Before I go in with primer, I'm just going to spray a little Fix Plus just to add some extra hydration, because my skin has been feeling a little dry because I've had allergies, so we're dry all up in here. So this will take care of that. I'm going to go in with the NYX Angel Veil primer. This has been my go-to primer lately. So I am going to be mixing two shades, 755 Soft Honey and 760 Classic Tan, because this one's a little too dark and this one's a little too light. Oh, it does come in 14 different shades. I bought mine at Harmon, and when I went, there was not a big selection of shades there, so I don't know if other stores will have more of them out, but just a heads up. There are 14 different shades though, which is, you know, alright for the drugstore. I'm going to be using a I'm going to be using a beauty blender to apply the foundation because this is what I always use. I always prefer over a brush. Even when I do use a brush, I always end up going back over it with the beauty blender, so I'm going to use this. It has kind of a strong smell. I don't really like the smell. Just gonna say that now. I think I need to mix a little bit of the lighter one in because it's looking a little too dark now. Giving off decent coverage. Has a nice shine to it. This is what it looks like. I don't think it's super full coverage, but it did cover most of my blemishes. But it still looks like true to skin because I can kind of still see some of my texture. My pores look a little bit bigger here, so if you do have bigger pores, you might want to use more of like a pore filling primer. But other than that, it has a nice glow to it, which I like. And it feels a little tacky still. Since it is more of a glowy foundation, it might not set and dry all the way down. Doesn't really bother me, but just be careful that you don't get it on somebody else. Okay? So I'm gonna apply concealer and powder and I'll be right back. I'm just going to set my concealer and the center areas of my face with my RCMA powder, and I'm going to do the rest of my face and my eyes, and I'll be right back. So I'm back and my makeup is all finished. I added some bronzer, highlight, and blush, and threw on this lipstick from Kylie Cosmetics. This is Posy K. This was from her Valentine's Day collection, the little bottles, and this is looking super dry. Just a side note. I don't know if her mini ones are like a different, like not as good of a formula or what, but it's looking a little dry. Now back to the foundation. So overall, I actually think I like this foundation. I'm trying to inspect. I do have dry skin, just for reference, like super dry skin. So I look for like glowy kind of foundations a lot, but I also need that full coverage. So looking at my skin, I do think it is full coverage. I did have to build it up a little bit, but that doesn't bother me. But before I built it up, it was definitely more of a medium coverage. But it also depends on your skin. I think you can go super light with this or build it up more, but either way, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Everything's set nicely on it. So, you know what? I'm gonna give this foundation a B+. Only because, I don't know, I do still see some, like, a little bit of my redness peeking through. It's not crazy though. I could have built it up a little bit more, but I didn't want to go crazy. mostly like on my chin area, and my pores do look a little bit more emphasized, but like I said, you can use a pore filling primer and that might help. But overall, I think I'll be using this foundation a decent amount of time, especially in the summer. Like I said, it does have SPF 20 in it, so be careful if you do plan on taking pictures with flash. I do have to test that out still on my camera. I'll leave a note in the description box and tell you whether or not I got flashback from it. So yeah, that is my thoughts on this foundation. I think that if you see it, you should pick it up if you're into more of that glowy kind of foundation. Like I said, it's very lightweight but still gives you coverage. So I'm going to keep trying this out more, and I'm sure I'll let you know in future videos how I still feel about it. So that is it for this video. I hope you found this review helpful. I know it's not the best because I'm still trying to get used to doing reviews. I've only done like one on my channel, but I want to get better at it because I know it's so helpful when you see reviews on products you want to try. I'm like a review junkie. Like, I'm always reading reviews or watching reviews before I buy things just because I don't want to waste my money. So now, since I'm on YouTube, I want to try and help do that for the people who are watching. If you plan on trying this foundation out, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel, maybe. And I'll see you in my next video.